متاسفانه فارسی من انقدر بده که بعد از این همش به انگلیسی حرف میزنم. So, I'm sorry my Farsi is really bad, so I'm going to be speaking in English for the rest of this. Okay. مرسی که اومدین که بتونیم جشن تولد بابا رو با هم باشیم. نمیشنوین؟
You don't understand.
You don't understand? Come on, people. Work with me. Right. All right, so thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us to celebrate Boba's birthday. Our dad, your brother-in-law, your cousin, and your friend. Now, I could stand here all night and tell you Dad's life stories that he's shared with us about growing up as a third child of 7 in the little village of Shatmuzad, and have to be the man of the house. The country of Shatmuzad. I'm sorry. And having to be the man of the house at age 11 when his dad passed away. They were so poor, they had to share a bike. I could also tell you about his trips across Europe or to Egypt. I could tell you about him helping his brothers go and help with the marriage proposals of their girlfriends. I could tell you about Amrullah Khan helping him building his first house and getting him started in Tehran. But I want to talk about what he means to me, my sister Mercedes, our brother Kamyar, and what I think he means to many of you here tonight. So, many of you have been direct beneficiaries of Dad's sacrifices and generosity. And most of you most of us, thank you, have been indirectly benefited from that same sacrifice and generosity because your parents, your brothers and sisters, or your cousins directly benefited. My father was one of the first of our clan to come to the United States and risk it all for a new life. He came here not knowing the language, barely knowing anyone, but he wanted to start a new life and give his family a different chance. He and our Khalem Ahroch, set the stage for our resettlement here. They brought over my mom and us kids after things got started. So, after a few years of being here, and as more family and friends arrived, it's already here. I can't leave it here. This isn't good. Okay. Yeah, I am. All right. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, after a few years of being here, and as more family and friends arrived, he played host, liaison, tour guide. The first Momeni cousins here, Farida and Zekrullah, were treated to Boba's Sunday breakfasts when they first came here, and still recall how awesome it was. It was awesome. Others were given shelter, financial help, references, counsel while they found their own feet. And to this day, many of those credit their success and their children's success to his support and generosity. Baba continues to help others these days by supporting other Iranian seniors and friends with their issues navigating everyday life issues. Things like healthcare and social security forms, simply giving them a ride to their appointments, or my favorite thing that he does is he's their IT support. Which invariably means I get a phone call to troubleshoot what's going on. So, Baba and Golijan taught us the value of family and friendship, social conscience, and how to be a good person in general. Some of you may remember my mother's funny, some would say wicked sense of humor. Well, Baba was the opposite. He was always classy and gentlemanly. He never cursed and was very prim and proper. And that's why Mercedes is like Dad, and Kamyar is like Mom. I'm the best of both of them. taught us the value of hard work, and at one point he held 3 jobs to make ends meet. He taught us that those of us who are fortunate enough to have a little extra should look out for those who don't. His generosity and charity are still extended to family and friends around the world. In that same vein, he taught us that material possessions weren't the end goal in life. He didn't buy fancy clothes or cars, but always made sure we had what we needed. We had food and clothes and a solid roof over our head. He even provided us with cars when we came of age. Now, granted, I wrecked Mercedes' car when she went off to college, but at least Dad gave him a car. They gave her a car. So, Dad worked long hours and was often tired, and we rarely saw him. But when we did, he rallied us together with family and friends. So he may not have given us a lot of material things, but he made sure when he was available, we did fun things together.
What? Rewind.
What? Oh, rewind?
I don't think Zekrullah saw himself.
Zekrullah.
Look at that guy.
Zekrullah right here. Look how young he was. It's before all of his hair went white. CD Lou. Okay. Okay. So where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about how fun our life was. So he may not have given us a lot of material things, but he made sure when he was available, we did fun things together. Our Sunday drives in the country and outings to Bull Run, or Great Falls parks are memories that we will always hold special in our hearts. And that may not seem like much, but they were great treats for us. Now, I would be remiss if I forgot to mention the great love of his life. Goli John, Goli John and Baba met, like many young people do, online, on Match.com. They met through a mutual connection that suggested Baba find Goli John a job. He found her a secretary position, and she liked him well enough that they began dating, and eventually they fell in love. And they were a beautiful couple, and their pictures are often mistaken for celebrities from that time. As you can see, it's Rock Hudson and Sophia Loren. So Baba joined Goli John's family, and our family grew. And our family grew and grew and grew. You gotta love this coat, by the way, right? That's a great coat. Our Khaleha and Dai Kurosh have been an integral part of our life ever since. Baba has been there for them over the years, and they have certainly been there for us throughout our lives. And now that Goli John is no longer with us, the Khalez are surrogate moms for us in many ways, and a touchstone for Baba. We love you too. Gave him a nod. Okay. And of course, the Momeni connection in this room cannot be denied. Being cousins, who cares if we're first, second, or 12th cousins, we share many of the same traits. Our generosity, our gregariousness, our loudness, and hot tempers. It also means sharing Baba's fondness for Amrullah and Turan Khanum. Baba has been there for Amrullah and Turan's children where and when he could, and in turn, having them and their children be a part of his life for the past almost 40 years makes his heart swell with pride and love. Now, let's be honest. As awesome as Baba is, he is still human. Yes, he had a temper, but he was an Iranian man of that generation. Weren't they all hotheads?
No.
I mean, sort of.
That's the Momeni.
So it's a Momeni thing. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. Okay, seriously. In Goli John's last years, I saw him change dramatically to someone calmer and more patient. And even though as a dad, he may not have been perfect, as a man, there's no one more compassionate and generous. He's always been my role model. He's always been my role model, and I've always felt that if I could be twice the man he is, twice the man that I am. We're gonna rewind, and we're gonna say that again. There's no getting around this. It's gonna be on YouTube. He's always been my role model, and I've always felt that if I could be twice the man that I am, I would only be half the man that he is.
Too much math.
Baba June, happy birthday. We love you. Here's hoping for another 80 years. Do you want to say something? You don't have to say something. He says thank you.
دوستان عزیز من احتیاجی به میکروفون ندارم برای اینکه صدام با میکروفون خیلی خرابتر از صدای اصلی منه.
You're
در
twice the
حال
man.
از تشریف‌فرمایی شما ممنونم، از مازیار عزیز، از مرسده خوشگل بابا، از ایجی، از کامیار که این همه راه اومده، از همه دوستانی که شما اومدین واقعا سپاسگزارم. ممنون ممنون ممنون. منو شرمنده کردید. امیدوارم که فرصت جبران این همه محبت شما رو داشته باشم، ولی ندارم. من این یک بارم شما گفتم، این هم دوباره تکرار بکنم. ما در گرد همایی این دفعه صحبت من با اینجا تموم کردم که خیام می‌فرماید از باده دوشین قدحی بیش نماند، از عمر ندانم که چه باقی مونده است. لطف بفرمایید با هم باشید، همیشه با هم باشید، همیشه با هم مهربون باشید. به هر حال این روزها خیلی زود میگذره. قربان همگی دوستتون دارم. مرسی مرسی.
Okay, one last thing. Food is ready. Come and eat. And really, thank you everyone for coming.